Hey y'all, so this is gonna be a get ready with me video slash second day hair tutorial. So even though I'll be chit chatting and not really explaining how I'm doing my makeup during the first part, I will actually tell you how I do second day hair. Second day hair is you know, you didn't wash it, so this is what I do on the second day, and this has to do with my how to care for long hair video, because I encouraged us long haired girls to wash it as infrequently as, I cannot say that word, infrequently as possible. So let's get going. It's been a while since I've been chit chatting with you guys. What I'm doing right now is just getting ready for work, so it's going to be super subdued makeup. I don't know how many of you actually know what I do for a living, but I work with physically and mentally handicapped people. Where my job is a house that is right near mine called a respite house, and their parents drop them off there and they get parent breaks. So you gotta understand, for a lot of these parents, they have their kids, you know, and they're varying degrees of handicaps, but they have them 24/7. So, you know, their lives can be pretty difficult. You know, just going to the grocery store can be a challenge. So, they come drop us off, and it's basically like a babysitting program, except that we're extensively trained and highly qualified to take care of their children. Plus, we have all kinds of fun. We have camp weekends all the time. Like, well, I worked yesterday and we had an Earth Day camp, so we painted clay pots and then we planted marigold seeds, and we all had a good time. It was fun. I don't know what we're doing today. It's Thursday, so it might be Wii Wars or whatever. I don't know. I just had a long convo with my boss about getting more hours, and I'm getting them. I'm telling you, I can sell ice to an Eskimo. But no, I am good at my job, so that's really cool. And another really cool thing is we have a semi-new client who is deaf, and they want me to be his constant staff. So like, his mom requested that he have one staff member most of the time, so that's going to be me, and they're going to also pay me to learn sign language, which I'm really, really excited about. So I always wanted to do that. So what's been going on with me lately? Brandon and I are approaching 7 months. I'm so excited. We're doing better than ever. I haven't seen him since, when did I see him last? Sunday. So, I'm a little sad, but I actually see him tomorrow, so that'll be good. I have been making money up the wazoo on Poshmark. I've made like $80 so far, and I haven't even sold a ton of my big ticket items. I have a Prada replica handbag, a replica Fendi Spy bag, a replica Chloe Silverado bag. I have a authentic Vera Bradley in a retired pattern, is that what they call them? I have a brand new leather big Buddha purse with gold chains. I have an Isaac Mizrahi purse. And not just purses, I have tons of jeans that have never been worn and all kinds of crap. And plus, I've been trading, like my last video I think was that ginormous haul of all that makeup, and that was so fun to get all that stuff. Oh, and that lady is so sweet. She's sending me another purse, and I didn't even give her anything. Like, I can't believe she's so nice. I'll post her closet again because she's like the best seller ever. I'm going to see Oz on Saturday. You know, the new one, Oz the Great and Powerful. And I'm really excited because it has a lot more to do with the books. I'm a huge Oz book geek. Like, I have all of the books in leather-bound volumes, like green leather-bound volumes, and so I know like all the actual stories as opposed to the Disney stories. And Wicked is closer to the book, but it's not like completely close. And anyway, from what I've seen for the trailers for Oz the Great and Powerful, they're doing a lot from the books, like him going into the China, like not Asia, like porcelain and stuff, and everybody there is made of China, and so it's a very delicate place to be, and oh, I'm just so excited. I'm like the only person in the world who actually saw, well, maybe I'm not, you guys tell me. I saw and am a huge fan of the 1984 Return to Oz movie because it had a whole lot to do with the book and it was really awesome. Although I would not recommend it for children because it does have the darker tone that the original books had. Oh, the next thing I'm using, I showed this in a haul, is the Revlon Photo Ready bronzer, and I'll show you this. As you can see, it has 4 colors. So what I kind of do is use the bottom 2 colors as a contour, and then the top 2 and a little bit of this one as the all-over bronzer color. This is sort of expensive, but there's a ton of it in here. It's not cakey at all, and I think this is a really good purchase. It's one of those things that's been hyped up, so I was a little iffy about it, but it's hyped up for a reason. And I'm using it with my e.l.f. small taper brush that was in my February favorites because it's the best contour ever. Anywho, I have been on somewhat of a diet, trying to lose a little weight. Lost about 10 pounds. I've got weddings to go to coming up, and then my brother's wedding, and I was only sort of fitting in my size 10s, and now I'm actually fitting in my size 10s. And it doesn't take a lot for me to lose weight. I'm pretty blessed like that, but I don't exercise because I hate it, except for I don't exercise because I hate it. So I should probably do more of that, but you know, I just don't. Playing in a rock and roll band. I have Play That Funky Music White Boy stuck in my head, and I can't figure out why. Not a great song to have stuck in your head. So see what I'm doing then is just putting the lighter shade on, or you know, mixing the lighter shades, putting that all over. And it's a very sort of, it's definitely bronzed, but none of these shades are orange, and so it's a very natural look. I really recommend this product. I am thinking about going back to school, because Brandon and I just figured out that we qualify for subsidized housing. In Indiana, what subsidized housing is the rent is based on your income. So you have to make 50% or less of the median income in your area, which we do. And then you show them what your income is, and they take 30% of your income, and and that's how much your rent costs. So Brandon's already in school. I don't know if you guys remember that from the Meet Brandon video, but what I figured is, if I work all this summer and save up money and then go back to school, not sure what for yet, I kind of want to get a 2-year degree as a nursing assistant, I'll get a loan, and the loans in Indiana also include housing. So even though I won't be working as much, I'll have that saved up money, and I'll have the loan money. And B will be able to pay his part of the rent with his job. He works part-time. He used to manage a video rental store, but when he went back to school, he started working part-time again there, and he'll be able to pay his part with that. So we're looking forward to that. We both kind of just want to get out, you know. I'm 24, he's 26. He's been out before because he went to college, but I haven't been out, as you guys may know. So it's my time. It's time to get out of here. My brother's fiance finally decided on our bridesmaids' dresses, and they're beautiful. They're chocolate brown, which is great for my coloring, and a halter, and then they have like this sort of wrapped looking bodice, and then like a really straight flowy back that's easy to hem, which is good because I'm a shorty, and so is her sister Asia. So yeah, that's her real name. I'm not kidding. She has a sister named Asia and a sister named China, and then her name is Brittany. She thinks her mom just kind of gave up, you know, like whatever. Her mom is the sweetest lady I've ever met. The first time she came here, she lives in Alaska, and so she came here like to meet us and everything, and she gave me and my mom and all the girls, like her daughters, matching silver crosses and rings that are sterling silver and with pearls in them that were made by natives in Alaska, and they're just absolutely beautiful. And it was just like the most touching thing, because we had never met her before, and she just wanted us to know like how much she loves us, and it was just touched my heart so much. She's an amazing lady. I'm glad that she's going to be a part of my family. I mean, I'm even more glad that Brittany's going to be a part of my family, because she already is, but she's my sister. We call each other Sissy. Anyway, what was I saying? Bridesmaids dresses. Okay, so the bridesmaids are me and 2 of her sisters, and then her best friend here. Her other sister was supposed to be a bridesmaid, but her due date is like 2 days before the wedding. She's pregnant now, and her due date is 2 days before the wedding, and she lives in, I think they're living in Florida right now. Her husband's in the army, so they move around a lot. So, you know, traveling here, not really a good idea. And Adam, my brother's got 5 attendants, but we're just going to have one of the girls walk down with 2 of them. My dad's his best man. Cutest thing ever. Hey, look at me filling in my eyebrows, douchebags. What is with all the hate on Twitter about my damn eyebrows? You know, I don't really spend that much time thinking about my eyebrows. and they're my eyebrows. And people like to comment on Twitter on and on about my eyebrows and how much they hate them. And then when I say that that's sort of pathetic, they're like, it's not as pathetic as your lack of eyebrows. I'm like, dude, you're starting a fight with someone you've never met about their eyebrows. Grow up or get a life or something. I don't know what is wrong with people these days. I think that, like, it's part of our mean girl culture. I don't actually know that it was a girl, but my mom always taught me jealousy is a wasted emotion. She said if you're jealous, it's just because the other person has something that you want. So instead of being jealous, figure out what they have that you want and strive for it. And this to me has always seemed like fantastic advice. But when I say that to people, and in response to that, they say I'm being a crazy, like, egotistical bitch, but it makes sense, doesn't it? Oh, I just recently posted on my Twitter, on my Tumblr, a couple things about Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez, who are people I never thought I would comment on. Justin Bieber really gets on my nerves because I don't know, I kind of think there's something wrong with him. Like, I'm not sure, it's just, did anyone else see him perform on SNL? He's so, like, the way he performs is so affected and weird, and it just makes me uncomfortable. Anyway, he bothers me. But there was that whole thing where he was in the hospital in London. He was in a hospital in London. I don't remember. I think he passed out on stage. Beliebers, help me out here. And he was coming out of the hospital, and there's paparazzi just surrounding him, and he looked exhausted and sick, and like he needed his mama. I got sick just a little while ago, and I was trying to brave through it, and finally I was like, I need my mama. You know what I mean? And these British paparazzi were so mean to him, and he, like, tried to jump out of the SUV to fight them. And normally I would say, oh, what a douchebag. But the look on his face, he just looked like, just leave me alone, And it made me think about Britney and her meltdown, and I just really felt for him then. Other than that, I think most people agree with me that he's been kind of acting a fool lately. Now, I never really had an opinion on Selena Gomez. Like, I wouldn't say I liked her, I wouldn't say I disliked her, I just didn't know anything about her. But ever since this breakup, she's so likable. Like, she's coming off mature and sexy and smart, and she's the bigger person here, and she looks like she's having so much fun. And it's funny, there's a website that I love called Lainey Gossip. If you guys don't go to that website, you should, because it's not just like a celeb gossip website. She really has her own input on things, and Lainey's a smart girl. And she has this theory that when you're a celebrity, even when you're not, your first huge breakup really changes your life. And she says, with celebrities it's magnified, so she always points out the Britney-Justin breakup and how Britney handled it and how Justin handled it, and she did not handle it particularly well, and how maybe that led to the most public meltdown in history. And this was a big breakup, you know, so I don't know, maybe we're looking at the same thing. And that's the most amount of time I ever thought I would spend talking about Justin Bieber. Selena Gomez is gorgeous though, right? My God. She looks like an actual doll. Like her lips, and the way her eyes are, and her teeny lips. She looks like an actual doll. She's so beautiful. Like I said, I'm going to work here, so this is just some light, subdued makeup for me, but I still want to look like I'm alive, you know. The palette that I was using was the one that I used in my drugstore makeup starter kit, which is the Wet n Wild Walking on Eggshells kit, which I stand by is the perfect beginner's kit. No heavy shadows, but you can still see your beauty shine through with the makeup, and it's really cool. I have no idea what the plan is at work today, or who's even going to be there. I kind of hope we're on our own, because that means chicken nuggets and like watching whatever DVD my client wants to. That's always fun. I have an awesome job. I don't mean to brag, but my job is just, if you can do this type of thing, which not everyone is cut out for, I will admit, I mean, it's just such a blessing in my life to have this kind of job. Okay, I got this mascara from D Sheets, the lady I traded for all that makeup, and it's the Maybelline Pulse Perfection. So what it does is, it comes out like this, and you press this button right here, and it vibrates. And it's kind of cool, actually, and I kind of like it. I don't... Damn it. My e.l.f. You know, my little pad on the e.l.f. thing keeps falling out. I don't love it as much as my Falsies mascara or my All Make Get Up and Grow, but it's kind of like a fun thing to experiment with. This is a really, really black color, which is not something that I gravitate towards. I like either brownish black or just plain black. Y'all, I have tried and tried and tried to repurchase my Maybelline Line Drama. Every time I go to the store, they're out of it in black. They always have, and I see the charcoal one, and I'm like, ooh, charcoal. Who needs gray or gray eyeliner? See, so you push the button, and you know how you normally like go back and forth with your mascara? It kind of does that for you. See, it's pretty good. I don't like to have it pulsing when I do my bottom lashes, however. See, pretty good stuff. Brandon doesn't have to take his statistic class. Brandon majored in math when he went to college, which is, the reason he's back in college. I just got the text from him. I do not have to take stats. My petition was approved. But then, he's in a nursing program, and they're telling him he was going to have to take a statistics class. He's like, dude, I have a math degree. Why do I have to take a statistics class? Didn't make any sense. So he petitioned, his advisor had him petition to not take it, and they finally said yes. I thought that was the most ridiculous thing. Okay, Elf Mist and set. And we're good. Okay, now this is the tutorial on second day hair. I'm going to be doing a side braid. Take your greasy hair down. Brush it out. And then you make the part where you want it to be. I'm thinking here. Then I'll take my Got To Be Rockin' It dry shampoo, which is, for my money, the best one in the drugstore. The John Frieda dry shampoo is pretty good also, but I don't like how it smells. And the Tresemme sucks. And smells like a lot of you won't get this reference because you don't live where I live, but it smells like the mill. So you spray this stuff, in the roots of your hair. So it's dry now. So you're just going to rub the crap out of your head, because you don't want your scalp to look white. Then brush it, and that'll get all the powder out. Make your part again. There we go, prettiness. And then I'm pretty sure you guys know how to braid hair. It might be a revolutionary concept for you, but I'm still sick. I can't even deal with this. I had to go home from work Friday because one of the older ladies I work with, Saturday. I was like laying on the couch. My client was taking a nap, and I was like laying on the couch, and apparently she told me I looked like death. And she went and got our ear thermometer that we keep at the house, and I have a really low body temperature usually. Like most people are a 98.6, I'm a 97.6. So she took my temperature, and it was a 99.7. So for me, that's a pretty high fever. And she went to my supervisor, and she was like, Maggie needs to go home. And she's just like everyone's sweet old aunt at the house. So he was just like, okay. I was like, yeah, my relief is coming in like an hour and a half, and he's asleep and my client's asleep right now. He's like, okay. So I came home and slept for 4 hours. Then my parents got home, and my mom was like, what is the matter with you? And I was like, I'm cold. And she took my temperature. I still had a fever. We had to do Tylenol and baths until the fever broke. And I mean, I never run a fever, ever. Ever, ever. My brother and I, we just don't run fevers. I don't know why. Genetics, I guess. My dad never gets sick, so that probably has something to do with it. And I'm still growing my hair out, so I do bobby pin here. And bobby pin here. Okay, so I'm thinking my next video is going to be a spring lookbook. I hope you guys are into that, because I've been seeing people do lookbooks on here, and basically that's just me showing the clothes I'll be wearing for spring and stuff like that. This is L'Oreal Color Reach lipstick in Merino Mauve. It's really pretty. These Color Reach lipsticks are basically also lip balms. They're like really conditioning and nice. Lot. Okay, I had fun chatting with you guys. Oh, my outfit of the day is a jersey I stole from Brandon. I don't think he knows I stole it yet. He does now. You know, it's got big armholes and then this is just a plaid from Forever 21. I got my jeans on. I'll be wearing, I don't know, Converse probably. Alright, I had fun chatting with you guys. I love you. I'll be back soon with another video. Mwah.